That's so budget.
That's certainly gone.
I'll slip that by the beer as well.
Hey. Yeah,
My cable. Half a stick of
yeah, so what this year's winner is, we've been a band, well I've been a part of the band for about 2 years now. The band as a whole has been together for about 3.5 years, something along those lines. Many influences really, but like the main ones being kind of alternative pop punk and hardcore as well, and loads of different things. And even though we're Manx, we've kind of adopted the American way of doing things.
I'm Ben and I play guitar in this year's winners. When we started the band, like, it was really just for fun and for practice, and we never really kind of thought we'd take it to the point we're at now. And we're three years down the line, and we've done all these shows and these tours. When we first started out, it was never really about that. It was just about practicing and even just writing songs. It was really just about covers. I've been playing guitar for about 15 years, I think, coming up. I mean, when I started out, I only really started playing guitar because Tom DeLong played guitar, to be honest, and he was probably hands down the coolest man in the world at that time. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be playing guitar. How you doing? That sort of thing, like.
I like that.
I've been wanting to play the drums since I was about 11 years old, probably younger to be honest. But my mum and dad weren't having any of it. Like, as much as I wanted one, there's no chance. In the paper, I seen that there was someone giving drum lessons. So behind my dad's back, I went and phoned him, and then went out to his house, started getting lessons, and I told my dad. He seemed happy. Once I started learning, I couldn't stop, to be honest. It's kind of like I have to hit something every day. Like, I could say I was quite lucky with it, to be honest, because the first album I ever bought was New Found Glory's first self-titled album, and as soon as I heard it, I wanted to play the drums. Like,
I'm Stu, I play bass.
I'm Ethan, I play guitar. I started playing guitar when I was probably about 5, but then played for about 4 years and stopped. Didn't pick it up again until probably about 15, and I started making them actually.
Started playing bass, I must have been 12 or 13. My sister got one, but she got a right-handed one, and I'm left-handed, so I had to kind of learn how to play it upside down. And then a couple of years after that, starting secondary school, started playing drums. Played them for a couple of years, but I flipped a coin with Darren when I started the band. And he kind of won it, didn't he?
For me, like, I started off singing in bands when I was about 15, 16 years old, and it was all just kind of a bit of a joke. Well, I've been listening to music all my life. Like, my dad's been in a touring band all around the world and stuff like that, and it's always been in my family. I was always the sporty one. I was never into music, so it was quite good that over the past couple of years I've really progressed and gone into the music world. So my ears are gonna get.
with the songwriting process, it's kind of like Ben will come up with it, or Ethan or whoever will come up with a riff, and then we'll either bring it to the practice room, or like we'll kind of like, it depends where it's written. If it's written, sometimes we come straight up here and write the song straight off, to be honest.
We've been writing songs, like original songs, I've been doing it for probably about 10 years. I've been bouncing around bands like Yo-Yo, but this is the only one where I've actually kind of gotten with it. And like, when it comes to the writing of the songs with the band, I'll write like the skeleton of the song, put together like some melodies and some lyric ideas, and then we'll bring it to the band and then we'll put it all together. And it just kind of works, to be honest.
We got a place
got to the point where we've written these EPs and we're in the stage of writing an album, and you know the shows that we have played. We played some really big shows. We played like the bigger festivals on the island. We've done them quite a few times, and we've gone away and we've done a tour, and you know we've done a couple of tours in the UK.
We went up to Aberdeen to do both of the CDs, both of the EPs, and like I couldn't be more happy as the way they turned out. I mean, the first one we thought was incredible, the first EP, always goes down smooth, and then when we went back to Aberdeen to do In At The Weekend EP, the sound had just progressed so much more. It was so much more like, it was just more what we'd expected. It was a lot punchier, heavier where it needed to be, and I think just for everyone to sort of hear it coming together is another one of the most, well, I'd say one of the best feelings you could get in being in a band.
We all like to think that we're musicians now, not just starting off in a band, and I think that shows when we play.
There's basically 6 members in our band, and one of them's a van, but it's not just any van, because it's called Lad. It's pretty smart.
We have to blur out the red plate on the... Yeah, you can just do blur the red plate out.
The red one was the famous tour van, and we had about 12 people in it at one point.
Yeah, going down to a gig, 12 people all on the back.
It's safe to say that I'm pretty much the main man of the van.
Terrible driver. Terrible driver.
At one stage, I was in the back in the cubic metre of space where we had to have 5 people, and all we heard was rumble strips. And about 5 minutes later, we were like, "Damn it, what was that?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?"
I can never actually remember any journeys in life because I'm always asleep. I just wake up at the venue.
I drive the van the most. I drive all the motorway trips.
Boys, just to get it clear, I do all the driving, right? These are the nicest hills I've ever seen.
Obviously, I do all the driving.
I do all the driving actually. I'm quite good at driving the van now.
The future kind of for us now is just like, it's really exciting. We've kind of got a lot going on, and hopefully be going on quite a lot of tours and getting off the Isle of Man a bit more.
I mean, for me, like, you can't really beat the feeling of playing the shows. I mean, you have the nerves beforehand, and you're not really sure how it's going to go, especially if you're playing new songs. And you're not, you know, it's the first time people have heard them, you're not sure how it's going to go down, but, you know, the feeling of looking out and seeing people jumping around and, you know, smiling and having a good time, that's the best really, because that's what it's all about.
It's like, it's the most nervous feeling in the world, but now that you've played a couple more shows, it's like the best feeling in the world. You look out from where I'm sitting at the back and it's just like, you see them singing it and you think, you know, we were playing these songs like to ourselves, thinking that we were the only people that liked them. But, you know, there's people who actually take notice of your band, and that's sort of what I've always dreamed about doing, to be honest. And it's just like, you can't really beat that as a feeling.
We just released a single, which is available on iTunes soon, and it's just been released on YouTube, so see what happens. Had a lot of good feedback on it so far. We've kind of progressed a lot musically. Kind of going from like your very standard pop punk to a more mature kind of, like a, well it is mature, fellas. We have matured. I'm getting older, I'm not getting younger. I can't sing in an American accent anymore, basically. Get ripped for it.
Basically, I think it'd be wrong to not have a proper go at trying to do this for a living. Especially when we've now released Don't Go Now as well, a new single. It's kind of had a very good feedback. And then we actually recorded that over here with a good friend of ours.
Maybe you could stick this on it, you know, for when you're filming now, get me doing my hair like.
I don't care, I'm right in the middle of filming.
I mean, it looks delicious and chocolatey on the outside, but what's it like on the inside?
It's a cheesy grin. Once I get rid of it, I can go.
Quite clearly, I do the driving.